Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. I came across this and I really want to talk about it. So it's a video in which Regina Daniel, it was on her birthday and she was reflecting on her life, right? You know, which is a very mature thing to do. She was reflecting on her life and how far she's come and all of that. And she said few things. You know, I always talk about the importance of, you know, looking at the message in whatever topic is out there. And she was speaking about how when, you know, she was speaking about how when she sees children her age. Oh no, let me let you guys actually listen to what she said, and then I'll come back and say what I want to say.
Happy birthday.
Like, I keep adding more years, but I'm still so young. I'm so young. I'm so young.
Young forever.
The age I'm currently turning makes me feel like, oops, Gina, you're so young. You're so young. But still, I'm happy. Mommy, oh my God, my people can hear you.
Yes,
But still,
yeah.
I'm happy that I get to celebrate this year. I'm happy for all of my achievements. I'm happy for me. I'm just happy about being me and thankful for life, thankful for all I have gotten and what I will get, because it's a good year. And I'm just getting started.
Cheers.
Allah,
Lifestyle. Lifestyle.
what baffles me the most? What baffles me? Can you drive this? So, what baffles me the most
Just for the break in transmission.
is that, mommy, I'm so young, Hey,
Yes, now, very young.
I'm such a smallie. I'm so young.
Yes.
Old me, but so young. Yeah, because I'm old. I'm an old soul. Sometimes now when I see things that my age mates, like people of my age are doing and are supposed to derive pleasure in doing, I'm like, all these people, those who I was great. Who is talking? A girl of how old? I'm so young, but I'm thankful for life. My phone has fallen severally. So that's my sign to say thank you everyone and goodbye.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, before my phone falls and breaks. Thank you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Can I go off now?
Sweetie just enter.
Hello, bro. Thank you. Mwah. Can I go off?
Go on, baby.
Will everyone just stay here and watch me? And watch me turn a year younger.
Yes.
Because gosh,
You're happy to
I am so freaking. Today makes me realize that Gina, you have a lot to accomplish.
Allah.
You have a lot that you will still do. I know, because I have time. I have the time, mommy.
Victoria.
You get?
Victoria.
I have the time to accomplish so many things, and that's what I'm grateful for the time. I still have the time to correct every mistake I have done in the past 1 year, 2 years, you know. That's the grace that God has given me to be this young with so many opportunities. So thank you, Lord.
Just take them there.
He's here, but I'm going off now. Bye. I hope you all heard me. Bye. Gotta go home now to my kids.
Yeah. So I want to say this for those that may not know who she is. She's a Nigerian actress. She has been acting since she was a little girl. And not too long ago, she basically became very popular because she married into polygamy. And there were two things about it. She's married into polygamy. The man that they said, you know, he's been married 4 or 5 times before. Nobody's really sure how many times before. And then the man is, another area was the area of the age gap, because I think there's a 40 years between her and the man. So I'm just giving this background for those that do not know who they are, or I mean who she is and what this is about. So I wanted to speak about it because you know, the reflective aspect of it, like I said, is a very mature thing. You know, like I said, is a very mature thing to, you know, reflect. That's what I think everybody should do. Like on your birthday, sit back and reflect and think about where you're coming from, where you are, and where you're going. You know, as in life so far and all of that. But there were a few things she said. She spoke about how when she sees, I want to say children, young women of her age, or young adults, because she's maybe 22, 23 at this point. She married when she was, I think, she just turned 18. So about 23. And so when she sees young adults of her age, that she looks at them and she's like, can you imagine? Okay, they will grow out of it. And then she realized that, okay, she's actually supposed to be that age. It brings us to the point, or the aspect of marrying early, settling down early. You know, I've said it. Let me just make this clear. My thing, I personally have no issues with age gap marriages. You know, as long as there are 2 adults and they want to marry, you know, fine. We say, okay, it would be nice if the age gap is not too much so that they can age together and stuff like that. The one that I'm not a fan of is polygamy. But everybody is a free world. Everybody can choose what they want to choose for their lives. But when she spoke about people of her age, when she sees them, that sentence she made there shows you how far she's gone. When I say far, as in she has advanced a lot, right? She has been, the situation has made her to mature so much. And that is life. You know, there's nothing wrong in settling early. Let me say that. There's nothing wrong in settling early. When you watch that video, you're not sure. You're not sure if she's thinking and saying, oh, my mates are actually still at that level where they are still playing and they're still, like, if I can say, let me use childish, like they're still young and enjoy being young. So we don't know if it's a thing of, oh my goodness, did I settle too early? But let me tell you guys, there's always you know, let's be honest, there's pros and cons to a lot of things we do in lives. I mean, there are a lot of things we do in life. If you settle early, you may miss out on your, I don't want to use the word miss out on your childhood, because a 18-year-old is not a child anymore. You understand? Is a young woman, but at the same time, you know, let's talk about the pros and cons, right? If you settle early, you can miss out on the early years of your life. Like, just play and just be young and just enjoy being young, right? You can miss out on that because being a parent makes you mature so quickly. I remember somebody said something many years ago. She said something about, you know, a friend of hers that she used to know, that this guy was never like a serious guy, and then he got married and started having children, and he became somebody else. Like, he became so matured and everything. And that's what they say about maturity. And she said maturity, and it showed her that that it shows her that responsibility, that's the word, responsibility changes a man. And a woman as well. You know, I've talked about a friend that I know that said that he prefers, you know, he's like a grown man in his 40s. And he was like, he likes what having children does to a woman. He said a woman can be very hyper and do that. But once they have children, you see them just become calm. Just like if you even see like a dog, you know, a dog that is still just a puppy is still a puppy. And then it's still growing and growing. And it's no longer a puppy, but it's still hyper. But the minute a dog has puppies, you will see the difference in that dog. The dog calms down. That responsibility of being a parent changes the dog, and you just see that calmness in it. The same thing they say happens to women. A woman can be, as soon as they have children, that protective thing, that I am responsible for the children, it changes somebody. So yeah, becoming a mother has made her mature quicker. At the same time, you see, talking about the pros and cons, you know, people of her age may still be free and enjoying their lives. Somebody like her, by the time she's in her 40s, She already has adult children. And some of those her mates may just be starting. So she will be done raising children, but her mates may still be doing school runs and do you know what I mean? Because if her children, by the time her children are in their 20s, they're already grown adults that can go and come by themselves. They should be in universities at that point. But her mates that did not start early will still be doing school runs and be doing, you know what I mean? So there are pros and there are cons. So there's no, I wouldn't say it's something to regret. I think in life happens in a way that we don't get to practice it and come back and redo it. This is it. It's not quite a practice. You understand? You understand? So there are pros to it and there are cons to different, you understand, aspects. So going back to, you know, she has, even when she was speaking, I'm looking at that video, I'm like, if they don't tell you, know this girl should be, I'm thinking maximum 23-year-old. She is matured so much. You can confuse her for a lady in her late 30s or a lady in her early 40s or even mid 40s. Another aspect now, she has become, you know, she has become a senator's wife, right? And she's mixing, and you see the kind of crowd she's around. She's no longer around young girls and boys of her age. She's around elders. It will definitely rub off on her. Even her birthday party. Such a young girl, look at the gathering. The people that are there for her birthday are elderly men and women. Oh, sorry, it was actually mostly women. Elderly women, her mother's age mates. You see, this is where she belongs at the moment. This is where her life is. She's no longer at that level of her age mates, early 20s, young boys and girls. For her to be celebrating her birthday and the people around her are elders. That is where she has found herself. That is, you know, I just watched that video and I'm like, and I'm just thinking about it, to be honest with you guys. And I'm like, that is life. There are, like I said already, there are pros and cons. And why do I bring up topics like this? We don't get to live life and then come back and relive it. Somebody said it before, and I've said it several of my videos. You know, you can never have enough life experiences to learn from your own experiences. So sometimes you learn from other people's experiences. What am I saying? You, as a viewer watching it, and you're a young boy or young girl, or even as a parent, you want to advise your children, you can borrow from all these things. So you have to weigh it and decide which way you want to go, because you have somebody you can look at and say, okay, I think I'd rather do that. Or no, I'd rather not do that because I saw how it worked for somebody else. You don't have to leave it before you learn from it, because there's no going back, right? So you can now say, you know what? I want to marry early like this because I like how it worked for this person. I don't want to marry early because I don't like, because you're learning from other people. So I want people, like I said, young men and women watching this, or even parents, if you want to pass it on to your children, to weigh it and say, okay, would you rather marry early and miss out on doing what young people do and enjoy it? Like, okay, I have children of her age, right? And I look at them at this moment, my children, right? At this moment, they are still, you know, starting life, and at the same time they are interested in traveling, and they have been doing a lot of it, you know, traveling and seeing places and just, you know, enjoying their free life at the moment. So I'm not the kind of parent that would tell a child what to do. If a child comes to me and say, I want to marry or whatever, you know what I mean, it's going to be their decision. But I'm just saying this as a, what's it called now, as parents, you know, watching her video made me sit back and think, what would I actually want for my children? But I think people should sit back and think about it. The message, long story short, the message is this. Look at it from both sides, right? Look at it from both sides that, okay, do you want to miss out on that early 20s life experiences where you still want to explore life and just enjoy a bit, and maybe by the time you're 20. I'm one of those ones that settled early, but not at 18. I settled at the age of 22. So you see, I'm still near enough, but not 18. She has already settled. I think by the time she was 18, you know, and then you understand, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 4 years even before somebody like myself. Bottom line, let me end it because I don't like my videos to be very long. So what's it called now? Bottom line is, you choose, you want to settle early, or do you want to settle early and enjoy later? Or do you want to enjoy now? Just enjoy your life. Make sure you figure life out first and be prepared and ready for everything before you settle down. Another thing about settling down later. Let's say you settle at the age of 30. So by the time you're 40, your child, if you want to have children, because let's not forget everybody's choice is different. You know, by the time you're 30, your 40, sorry, your oldest child is about 10-year-old, right? Why somebody that settled down, let's say 20s, let's not really talk about 18, 20s. By the time they're 40, their youngest child is a 20-year-old. You see, like I said, there are pros and cons. The life is there for you to choose, and you are privileged to have nowadays social media where you can actually look at other people's lives to weigh and decide, you understand, how you want for your life. But at the same time, you can actually settle early and still mix and be around people your age. And I don't know, because I'm looking at her and Regina's one, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't know, the idea of a girl that is only 23 being surrounded by women that are in their 50s. I don't know how. I feel like she should be able to she should balance it in a way that she can still keep her young friends, you know, and still do things that young people do. Well, there was a statement Nedwoko made once in which he said, that's her husband, for those that don't know what I'm talking about. He said, you know, something about she keeps him young because she's childish. Okay, no, not childish. She's, what's the word? She's still young. And so there's that young, there's something about it. So she keeps him young. So if she is rubbing off on him and making him feel young, then is he your rubbing off? You understand? Does it mean he too is rubbing off on her and making her feel old? I watched that video. Like I said, I don't know if she was saying it from a good place, but I saw in the speech, I saw reflection. I saw her reflecting. And you can tell that she has matured a lot. Because even growing up, they used to say that, you know, if you see a child, like let's say 4 or 5-year-old that is always with their grandfather or their grandmother, when they speak sometimes, they speak with so much maturity because it rubs off, right? I think it would be nice where there's nothing wrong with adult elders rubbing off on her where you know, makes her more matured or wisdom, if she can gain wisdom, whatever. But if it rubs her off where the little girl in her no longer comes out to play, if that makes sense, where mentally she begins to feel old, that is on the other side. I think there can be a balance, but somebody have to recognize where it's going a bit too much on one side to curb it a bit and say, okay, no, I'm actually only this age. Let me step back a bit and just enjoy being young at heart as well. Am I making sense? Because I'm saying, if a man in his 60s can say that the young wife is making him feel young at heart, so she's having that effect on him. So could the elderly man make the young girl feel old at heart as well? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't know. I don't know. Watching that video, like I said, watching that video, I couldn't put my finger on it. You see, the thing about social media, you don't know how people feel on the inside. So whether she's reflecting and feeling happy that she went that direction, or she's not, or she's regretting and be like, what have I done? Like, I've missed out on my childhood. No, not childhood. I missed out on being young. We don't know that. But what I'm saying is that there's no point in regretting. And like I said, there are pros and cons to it. By the time she's in her 40s, her children are already going to be grown. I don't know what you guys think about that, and whatever your opinions are about the idea of marrying early or marrying later, and the idea of mixing with women that are your mother's age versus mixing with children with women that are around your age, and all of that. Whatever your opinions are, somebody may be able to learn from the comment, especially your own personal stories as well. You can share with us, and you never know who we can bless with a bit of knowledge from our experiences and our opinions. With that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.